Hip Hop Zone Radio. This is your man, Bless the Party Sparker. What's good? You know what it is, y'all. It is M.A.A.M Mondays. The National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood. And we're talking about beef. What's the beef? What's the beef? What does the opposite sex do that you just hate? What is it that you just that bothers you, or anything that they've done specifically or generally that just bothers you? Pang. I'm sorry. See, I keep on saying
you got it correct.
I'm sorry. But
if it's easier, just call me Champagne. It's easy, okay?
Champagne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had a very interesting point when it was, actually following Courtney up. You know what I mean? Because she wants that. She wants
exactly
what bothers you.
I can't take that. I felt like before we met, you already had a life, and we should, blend, but not completely blend, because I am my own person too. My own personal time. I want to be able to chit chat with some friends without you sitting there like, oh, I want to know too. And since you don't know the stuff, they would have to start all the way at the beginning, and I'm like, oh,
I feel you. Now, see, this is all for a bigger reason that we're asking these questions. But I
mama's boy.
I would love to see. I would love to. I have to wonder if maybe a man that Courtney broke up with ended up with Champagne and was like,
oh God, I don't know.
And then was like, oh,
get those that expect me to fight for battles for them, because I am one of those, like, I do defend people. If you're right and you didn't intentionally do something to harm somebody, I got your back.
Mm-hmm. But then you resent them for it. Okay, that's what you mean.
No, but when they
when
they assume that you do it continuously for them, they're like, oh, like if we go somewhere, they always expect you to.
That's kind of ill.
How you say we're going to an event? They're like, oh, don't worry, I would take care of the gifts or whatever for whoever's birthday, whoever's child, or whatever, and tell him like, hey, a reminder, we're gonna go do this date and that. I'm tired of that. I'm like, dude, that's your friend. You should know better. I don't even know what they like. Tell me.
Oh, that's what you mean by fighting battles. I got you.
Yeah, or something like, you don't. Well, not just those type of battles, but other battles too. I'm like, dude, like a reminder, like get off your lazy ass, Did you remember to do this? It's like nagging. I don't want to nag. I'm not in a relationship with a kid.
Okay, you don't want to nag.
I don't want to nag too much.
So let me ask you.
Annoying. I don't want to be bitter.
So let me ask you. What happens if you don't?
Oh, they messed up, and then they were like, "Can you help me?" I'm like, "You stupid," in all the different languages I know.
Okay. All right. So without you, basically, they would fall.
Sometimes, yeah. And then I feel like I said, "Are you with me because you know that I'm gonna, argue and stand up for you when your brother do stuff that you don't like? Why don't you man up and tell your brother, like, hey, I don't like you doing this to me. I don't like how you're always doing this to the parents, and make me the evil one sometimes."
Okay. I feel you.
I can't give like specific examples.
No, I get you.
It's
things are going on that they don't take care of, and you end up stepping in.
Wait, who's gonna tell the waitress that my mashed potatoes are too cold? Because I ain't gonna do it.
But they'll complain and they'll sit underneath their breath. I'm like, if you're not gonna do something about it, then hush. And then not only that, it's just like, hey, give people a break. Sometimes you are like, I've been with a guy before, all he does is complain. And I'm like, have you looked at yourself?
So let me ask you, you said you don't want to nag. So why do you?
I don't. That's why I told you. I'm good. I'm up front. I've been like, it's not working out. It's me.
Okay, so instead of nagging, you'll just leave. Is that what you mean?
Not really. I usually talk to them, and generally I do. And they're always like, and I always lie to them and say, I need to work on myself. and traveling. I use traveling as a big excuse, because when I travel, I go for a month or two. So that's a good way to disappear.
So you leave instead of nagging, or
I kind of ghost people. How's that?
I'm sorry. I think you nag first and then go through all
Well,
of
no,
that after.
I mean, I would say it out. I mean, I would say something, but not to a point where that person would destroy their self-esteem. I wouldn't want to do that to anybody, like unman them or anything. I'm like, dude, you need to work on yourself. You need to date yourself.
Okay,
Stuff like
okay.
that.
I feel you. I feel you. Yo,
Because I
shout
look
out
like,
to Di. Hey, shout out to Di.
What's good, Diverse?
It's good, family.
Peace. What's good, bro? I don't know if you've been following the conversation or not.
Yeah, just a little bit. I hopped on. I'm driving right now, so
But
showing, chiming in, showing love.
good luck, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope the trip in
Yeah,
Africa was well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should have hopped on from Morocco on the show and showed them. Like, yeah,
Not with
now
that
he
time
went.
difference. Not with that
I'm
time
jealous.
That's
In
crazy.
Africa.
Yo, but let me
Yeah,
ask you, bro.
No, I'm gonna listen some more and then I'll chime in when it's pertinent and poignant,
All right, no doubt.
All right.
So we are talking about things from the opposite sex that get on your nerves, that you hate from your partner. I should say your partner, or if you don't have no partner, the opposite sex. You know what I mean? And one of the points that I found interesting, you know what I'm saying, while we covering this is Courtney and Champagne. Oh, go ahead, Courtney. You got something to say?
I don't think she and I are talking about the same thing, though. I think there's a difference between clingy and connected. Like her description sounds like a guy who doesn't have anything going for himself and needs a woman to tell, needs a mommy. That's what that sounds
Yes,
like.
that's what I said. Mama's boy. That's what I said. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want somebody who's connected and in touch with his. What do you say, Glenn?
Like,
sure you do.
Don't
but
talk
I mean,
to me
don't
like
get me
that
wrong.
on my radio show.
Oh, Courtney. Ooh. No, I mean, I'm telling you, they're successful in their job, everything. But like when it comes to personal, it's just like, what happened? You know what I mean?
So what I'm saying is the difference is only perspective. You know what I mean? Because the way you look at that dude is, oh, he's so connected with me. He's always here. He's with me, and he's, you know what I'm saying? He takes his time to, you know what I'm saying, always be around. You know what I mean? He's under me, he kisses me, and lays with me and watches Netflix and da. And like I said to you,
Look at Courtney.
after exactly, look, she can't stop cheesing just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Whereas after 6 months of that, a year of that, however long it takes, you're gonna turn to champagne.
Ooh.
What are you doing? Why are you still here?
Don't you have something else to do?
You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem with women. You know what I mean? We love y'all, but this is y'all's problem because you want this, and all this is, these aren't different types of women. These are just women in different stages. So this is, you know what I'm saying? Pang
This
is
nigga
on.
blessed
That's correct. I agree with what you said. It's stages.
Pang is on
It
Tuesday. Pang is on Tuesday. Courtney's on Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga blessed over his spitting.
Yo. So, and that's, I think that's part of the issue. I think that's something, and I will say, since Di has not come on yet, I'm gonna say my point. And bruh, Pete hasn't heard the whole conversation yet. I don't know if you ready, but when you're ready,
Pete
I
always ready. What
hear,
you mean?
I want to hear bruh Pete's point. But so far, and of course, Lajati, shout out to Lajati D. She's down there too. She's on there. I want to hear what everybody hates about something that they hate about their partner or the opposite sex. And the reason, well, we're talking about this and the reason why in a little bit, but one of the things I hate is the change. Like you can't ever find the even keel. You know what I mean? It's like you want this, soon as you get it, you don't want it. Why are you doing this? Because you said it. You know what I mean? So that's, I think, a problem that a lot of men face with women. And I see you, Balkies, looking at me all hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can look at me as hard as you want. What I'm saying is, all of y'all do it. You know what I mean? All of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I bet you Champagne. You know what I'm saying? The right dude. Oh, she want him there all the time.
It
Let her
depends.
think. Let her think there's a challenge from another woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Where are you at? Oh, how come you're not here? You're not with me. Oh, we're not connected.
Oh,
Les, you
sure.
said it. Les, you just
It
said it.
is.
It's the right one.
Hey.
Well, I haven't met the right one. For me, I don't think I have.
Do you know where he's
But
at?
to the guys, they think I am. Now,
Okay.
Do you know
So-
where
there's
the
the
right
right
one is
guy
at?
for the right time, maybe. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm horrible. Don't ask me. Why do you think I'm still single?
So let me ask, is he not the right one or are you not the right one?
I don't know. And right now, I'm not trying to think too much of anything right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do not care. All I think right now is
I'm just asking.
Hawaii. I
I'm
got a
asking.
month to go and I'm going to have fun. I'm like, hey, you're getting on my nerves today. I'm not talking to you. I don't have to answer my phone.
You know what a right one is, Bless? In her imagination.
Ah.
Can I tell you, maybe there's a lot of different type of guys that are right for you, but it'd be like a different path. And then sometimes they're right for you, but at the wrong time. They could
Okay.
be like the guy that you want, but right now your situation is just not allowing you to, how you say, pursue that relationship or develop it to be more, because you need to focus on something else that's a more priority.
Okay.
And
And
this is why relationships don't last anymore.
I can dig that, but let me ask this. Most people work till about the age of 65. How long are you married?
Who? Me?
Not any, I'm talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
How long are you married? That's your life. You feel me? So really, there shouldn't be anything more, there shouldn't be any greater priority than finding finding a person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
But I don't think there's
I'm
just
just
one
saying.
person. I think there's a lot of different people that are right for you.
That's why do you have one? It's like they say that.
Be quiet.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, like, yo, every people that say that, like, oh, there's so many people, but you don't have one. So it's
Hey,
like
I won't get into details. That's it.
Not
I'll
you,
just keep
not-
it-
I
I like
feel
mine
you.
private. Yeah.
Hey, the next man that's gonna be
I ain't
right
gonna
for
put
her
you on
is
the
named
spot like
Jesus.
that.
Hey,
You
Bless,
said what, Dice?
Bless, the next man that's gonna be right for her if she continues waiting is gonna be Jesus when she dies and meet him.
How you know I'm not atheist?
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, you don't have to believe in him, but he believes in you.
No, but I'm just saying the way you said it. It's just like, dude,
No, I
Pete.
use the Jesus terminology to be like, if you don't hurry up and pick somebody, the next man you're gonna meet
Why?
is gonna be Jesus.
Why have to be he? Why can't it be a she or the third sex?
Oh,
Hey, that's none of my business.
that sounded sexual.
That's none of my
No,
business.
I'm just saying.
I'm fucking
Because
with
he
you.
is like, I was just throwing it up in the air.
Hey, bro, Pete, you look like you got a lot that you hate. Bro,
Hey,
Pete
leave
just
me
look
bro
like
alone,
he hate
man.
a lot of shit.
Leave bro Pete alone, man.
Bro, Pete looked like he hate a lot of shit. But name one thing that you hate about. I don't want to say your partner specifically, but just women.
Failure
Something
to
that they
accept
do.
accountability.
Wow.
There you go. And the doors of the church are now open. The deacons will be coming with the baskets to collect. That was a sermon from our Bishop, Brother Pete.
They will fuck shit up. They know that they fucking it up. They know it's all on them. You ain't, matter of fact, you out of town, so how could you do it? But by the time you get back in town, they done figured out how to blame you.
That's deep. And that kind of goes along with what Furious was saying. You know what I'm saying? When I forgot exactly how Furious worded it, But there's self-importance. You know what I mean? And that's real big right there. You know what I mean? And you know, we always, you know, we say that's one of our laws. You know what I'm saying? It's not our fault. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not happy wife, happy life. No, happy wife, no. Happy spouse, happy house. It's not all about y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I think
What
a lot
about
of
me?
women feel like it's just about them. And then, like Bruh Pete said, no accountability. I would like to hear what y'all got to say about that.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, to a certain degree, sure.
Now we got degrees to it now. It
Well,
can't be
because
right.
I don't think it's
There's got to be a degree to it. You
because
follow?
I don't think we can
10
speak in
degrees of
absolute.
this, 10 degrees of that, and 60 degrees of this, and
Well,
40
brother P,
degrees.
you know
something
that
else.
it's nuanced, right? You understand that it's nuanced.
There yeah, you can't speak in absolutes, just like we don't say every guy is a Minuteman. Just some of you.
Whoa, that shit was harsh.
I'm here for a good time, not a long one.
Oh, say
Yeah.
that shit.
Been there.
Oh,
It's
I
over
love
before I realized it started. It happens.
it.
But I'm not gonna say all of you guys are like that. I mean,
Woo. Hey,
I
but
know.
that's real. I feel you're not going to generalize, but okay.
No, because
So?
listen, I can look at Brother Pete until he takes his time.
All right, now you know there's people in there on the other side of that computer.
You know what they say, right? They say, "Why rush a good thing?"
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Slow down.
So, but that's big as far as, you know, the lack of accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Generally, I would say that women definitely do. You know what I mean? As far as with so many different areas, have a lack of accountability. And Balkis is shaking
But
her
they
head.
taught that though. We got to. It's one thing I do have to say. They are taught that, and they don't realize. They don't realize how deep that teaching goes.
Mm,
They're not just born with it. They taught that. That's something they taught. You know, they're taught by their aunts, their mother, their grandmother, their girlfriends, and all. Girl, don't you admit that? What you bet not, girl? What you doing?
Also known as the sisterhood of dirty panties.
You know what? I disagree. I wanna say something to that though. So you just took me back to a place where my mom is combing my hair and I'm crying and my dad is like, "Oh, April, don't hurt Courtney." Oh, and I'm like crying more and more because I realize I'm getting a reaction out of him when it really doesn't hurt. What?
I was going to speak on that, but go ahead, Courtney. You doing
and
it.
so basically, like if anybody enabled my behavior, it wasn't a woman, it was my dad. My dad was like, he put me on a pedestal, like, my baby's so pretty, she's so this, she's so that. My mom was the one like, bitch, you crazy. You know, it was my dad who made me think these things. No accountability. Like, you know, oh, I didn't clean my room. And my dad would say, oh, my princess didn't clean her room. Okay, well, why don't you clean it tomorrow after you go get a massage and get your nails done so that you'll be ready to do it? Like,
damn, how old were you when he said this?
Like 17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go for the Cadillac?
Oh, I got the Infinity. I mean, I got a lot of stuff.
You gotta understand. He said Cadillac. You gotta understand. I got the Infinity.
Yeah.
I got the Jaguar.
And you know what I said? And I said to my dad, I don't want to walk home from class in the dark. I have to have a car. So, you know, like, and I got one. My mom, on the other hand, was like, girl, please. So my dad is the one who gave me this idea that I could do nothing wrong.
You know what? And bruh, Pete, you're going to hate me right now. I know it's not our fault.
Why don't you just take your shit yourself? Why are you trying to get me to share it with you?
No, I'm saying you're gonna hate me for it. You ain't sharing it. This is on me. That's what I'm saying. Normally, it ain't never our fault. But that one, I got to say, most men will baby their daughters. I just played a track by Nas, this joint for niggas with daughters. And it's all about treating your daughter like a queen, and she, you know what I mean? And that's going to be a different conversation. I gotta say that's a long one right there.
That's a
something
whole
we definitely
different
need to
show
talk
right
about.
there.
You know what I mean? But that's a good point, Courtney. I gotta say that was decent. I gotta give you that. I gotta
Listen, to this day,
That's
my
the
dad
last
calls-
time. Nothing else.
Fine,
Y'all won't
fine,
get nothing
but-
else out of me.
my whole life, and to this day, my dad calls me my Courtney. It's my Courtney, not Courtney, my Courtney. So
Well, I gotta get on Mama April because she ain't do.
she's a witch. Let me tell you,
Oh, wow.
she didn't do nothing to get my head big, except make my head big. But other than that, you know.
She said, "Make my head big." You know what I mean? But yo, hey, we about to go on a break in just a minute, but I do want to discuss. We got Lajati on. Shout out Lajati. What up, Lajati? I don't know if she ready to go. Oh, there she go.
Good evening, family. How are you all?
Peace.
Peace.
I know your answers ain't never short, so I ain't gonna ask you the question 3 minutes before break. But you know what I'm saying? The question is, we're talking about things that men do, as far as for you and for the brothers, things that women do that you just hate, that really fuck with you. And the reason we're discussing this, and I'm gonna discuss this right now because we're about to go into the break, but I'm looking at the divide. You know what I mean? Like the things that men do to women, you know what I'm saying? And the type of things that you guys look at versus the type of things that we look at. You know what I mean? And from what I'm getting, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong after break, of course, actually only the brothers can correct me if I'm wrong. So this is No Man Monday. But correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that most of the issues that men have with women deal with just being real.
Yep.
And giving us
Accountability.
peace. You know what I mean? Whereas, I don't know if I'm wrong, but most of the ladies' issues sounds to me like they're still your issues. Because there are things that you hate at that time, but they're actually things that you want later on. So, like I said, we can get into that deeper right after this break. We about to do this. It's your man Bless the Party Sparker. This is No Man Mondays. You know what it is, y'all. Hip Hop Zone Radio, power357radio.com. Moving your music around the globe and across the fader, y'all. Shout out to Jada Pro.